Welcome! In this lecture you will learn about particles that you can encounter indoors, their sources and effects. Particles can be of biological nature or originate from materials such as asbestos fibers. The largest part of particles present indoors are of chemical origin. Altogether they are named particulate matter. Particles of biological origin that can be found indoors are often originating from the pets we have. Some of you are allergic to these particles, therefore we name them allergens. Next to cats and dogs, a well-known occupant in our bed, and that you cannot see with the naked eye, is the house dust mite, with a diameter of approximately 0.3 mm. The fecal pellets of the house dust mite can cause allergic reactions, such as allergic rhinitis. Other particles of biological origin are fungal particles, bacteria, and pollen. An example of a pathogenic bacteria is Legionella. Legionella is a bacteria that you can find in water. When it's aerolized, for example when taking a shower and you breathe it in, you can become ill. You can develop Pontiac fever, a flu-like illness, or the so-called Legionnaire's disease, a very serious lung infection named after the outbreak where it was first identified at the 1976 American Legion Convention in Philadelphia. Together they are called legionellosis. Besides in shower heads or tap water that haven't been used some days, bad installed and/or maintained air humidifiers can pollute the air with Legionella bacteria or other microorganisms. Several guidelines therefore exist to prevent pollution with the Legionella bacteria in building water and HVAC systems, heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems. Growth of microorganisms occurs in the presence of three elements: water, carbon and nitrogen. They tend to find such conditions in construction materials such as wood, textiles, natural fibers, glues and paints, and ventilation system components such as filters and inside duct insulation. Other materials like metals, concrete and plastics, although not providing the right nutrients, if they are not cleaned, they can become breeding grounds for fungi as the dirt on the surface provides the nutrients. As fungi grow, they will release spores into the air, especially when the environmental conditions change and the fungi feels under threat. Additionally, they can produce microbial volatile organic compounds and mycotoxins, which are released as a result of the metabolism of fungi. Those components can be both odorous as well as irritating. So building dampness, excessive humidity, can increase molds and house dust mite levels, which in turn can cause allergic reactions and problems in the respiratory tracts, skin, eyes, as well as increased prevalence of asthma. It is important to note that not all molds can cause negative health effects, and not all of them produce toxic chemicals that the occupants can inhale or be exposed to. As an example, the Gladosporium mold does not produce any significant toxins, while the Stachybotrys, a toxic black mold, does. Now, particles come in different sizes. In general, particles are defined as dust when they are smaller than about 200 micron and larger than 0.01 micron. This is the same for biological or chemical particles. All particles with a diameter less than 10 micron are named PM10, less than 2.5 micron PM2.5, less than 1 micron PM1, and particles with a diameter less than 0.1 micron are named ultrafine particles or nanoparticles. Fibers are a particular type of particle. Examples are asbestos and mineral wool from construction materials. Asbestos is still present in many buildings and present a risk of cancer if fibers are inhaled. To get an idea of these sizes, you see here a human hair compared to a PM10 particle and a PM2.5 particle. With respect to inhaling, it is important to know that particles smaller than 2.5 micron can get all the way to the lung cells, while nanoparticles, a factor 40 smaller than PM2.5, can even pass the membrane of those lungs and can enter the bloodstream that way. Now, did you know that the majority of ultrafine particles that we are exposed to indoors is produced indoors? About 50 to 80%. These indoor sources of ultrafine particles comprise of home cooking and heating appliances, tobacco smoke, burning candles, vacuum cleaning, clothes dryers, and other household activities. In office buildings, laser printers are a major source of ultrafine particles. Additionally, products from indoor chemical reactions have been found to contribute to ultrafine particles indoors. An example is the production of secondary organic aerosols, SOA, a type of ultrafine particles, in the reaction of terpenes that are emitted by cleaning agents with ozone. These ozone-initiated reactions can occur in the gas phase and on surfaces, such as during floor cleaning in offices. An example is shown here. To summarize this lecture, particles come in different sizes and can be of biological nature as well as chemical origin. Particles can cause allergic reactions as well as diverse health effects, specifically the ultrafine particles. Thank you for your attention.